For over 40 years, Shoes and Clothes for Kids has been dedicated to giving children the pride and confidence that comes from having new shoes and clothes. Shoes and Clothes for Kids is the only nonprofit organization in Greater Cleveland providing brand new shoes and clothes year-round to thousands of children in need at no charge. The organization was founded in 1969 by local businessman Maury Sayer when he noticed children playing in the streets of Cleveland without shoes on their feet and chose to do something about it.
I'm so proud of Shoes and Clothes for Kids and how a little organization. We started in the kitchen in Maury Sayer's house, and we would talk about raising what our budget was going to be for the year. And we came to a total of $30,000 that we were going to have to raise this year for shoes for children. And I walked out of that meeting that night, and I went to my car, and I said, oh my goodness, where are we going to find $30,000? That's a large sum of money. But we have kids to serve, and we've got to help.
In 1998, Shoes for Kids officially became Shoes and Clothes for Kids. This year, Shoes and Clothes for Kids will purchase and distribute $152,225 worth of discounted Payless shoe gift cards. In addition, Shoes and Clothes for Kids will purchase and distribute $2.2 million worth of new clothing. Shoes and Clothes for Kids procures 95% of its clothing inventory through a direct purchasing program. Once these pallets of new items arrive in our warehouse, they are sorted and boxed by volunteers to be distributed into the community by our 35 distribution partners. Shoes and Clothes for Kids services are provided free of charge to both our recipients and our distribution partners.
Shoes and Clothes for Kids has done a lot to help our organization in providing that real-time help to our families. We have families, service families, who are not always able to provide all the needs for their families. So to get the clothes and the shoe vouchers is a big burden lifted off of their shoulders, specifically because they're new. The power of choice is great, and to see their eyes light up and be able to walk out with something that they've chosen, to be able to reflect what they feel or who they are. Parents come in and tell me kids have slept in their shoes all night. That's how proud they are.
Since Shoes and Clothes for Kids buys a mix of items instead of targeting specific styles or sizes, we can often buy clothing for as little as 60 cents a piece. So for every $25 you give to Shoes and Clothes for Kids, we can buy more than $1,000 worth of brand new clothing items. All of the items distributed by Shoes and Clothes for Kids are brand new, stylish, and can be found in local department stores. When children receive a new item with the tag still on it, it makes them feel special.
When a kid wakes up in the morning, the first thing he does is to put clothes on. And if every day it's the same thing, and if there are holes in those shoes, how do you feel? And anything we can do to help these kids feel good when they get to school gives it such a head start for what they can do.
Donors and volunteers have been the cornerstone of Shoes and Clothes for Kids over the years. Whether packing product in the warehouse, distributing items in the community, or serving on boards, our extensive volunteer network helps us keep overhead low. Shoes and Clothes for Kids is proud to report that 92 cents of every dollar you donate goes directly to the organization's programs and services. Throughout its history, Shoes and Clothes for Kids has been fortunate to have the passion and dedication of one of Greater Cleveland's most treasured volunteers and community leaders, Allan C. Krulak.
Allan's impact really has been community-wide. It's been long-standing, and what's wonderful about it is that it hasn't ended. With his retirement, I think he's working harder now than he ever worked previously in the community. He's at every meeting, he's on every phone call. And that's really, I think, his legacy.
To honor Allan Krulak's longtime commitment to the Greater Cleveland community and his service to Shoes and Clothes for Kids, the Golden Shoe Award is being renamed the Allan C. Krulak Golden Shoe Award.
And it's so appropriate for Shoes and Clothes for Kids to take this Golden Shoe Award and put his name to it. It is so appropriate. It's so well deserved. He's earned that. But more importantly, because of him, this great organization is one of those many volunteer groups is making a difference, is improving the quality of life, and is making Greater Cleveland a better community.
And there's one memory that I go back early when Maury Sayer was still active and alive. We would go to all the schools and bring shoes and socks, t-shirts, and we'd have them in the gymnasium. And class by class, the children would be brought in, and we would sit there like shoe salesmen and trying on shoes. You like this, you like that. And one young lady comes up to me and sits down, and she picked out the shoes she wanted. And she put them on, and as I was taking off her old shoes, I looked and they weren't very bad. I mean, they didn't look that old or beat up that she needed new shoes. And I said to her, I said, what are you doing with the shoes you're wearing now look pretty new. And she said, these aren't my shoes, these are my brother's shoes. I got to go to school today.